Well, people, what do we have here? What do we have here? We have BURU, not much movement today, not much movement. But the little movement we do see, they have announced a definitive agreement to acquire a 70% stake in Techni, projecting cumulative revenue of $655 million from 2026 to 2030. I wouldn't say shares are too much higher, but this is exactly what we've been waiting for from Zamboni. And if this is going smoothly, that's really all we need to see, people. Dual-use defense integrated platform company focused on non-kinetic effects and directed energy technologies, electronic warfare, and defense mobility programs, software orchestrated defense systems, advanced manufacturing. That's going to be the portable welding, laser welding. That's going to be very important. On-site battlefield. That's what they need. And Techni's historical shareholders signed a binding, definitive share purchase investment agreement formalizing BURU's planned acquisition of controlling 70% ownership stake. And then eventually it could be the whole thing, because what the fuck, what's 70%? Why not just sell the rest of it? That's probably what they're really going to end up doing. Serving modern defense and security. This is their NATO. This is the NATO footprint, people. And already provided approximately 16.692 million I don't know what these ones is, pounds, financing Techni, including 13 million funded January 26, incremental 3.6 million funded in March. Under the SPA, BURU Defense has also agreed to provide an additional 10 million within 2 business days after signing, and may provide further interim shareholder financing subject to agreed financial planning. But the revenue that Techni has is already there. Techni is a long-standing Italian defense company, so my interest in BURU has always been them acquiring Techni. The Maddox joint venture was just icing on a cake of a Techni merger or acquisition. So I'm very pleased with BURU, and they obviously aren't shooting today on this, but this is everything we need, because once BURU has the revenue, you can't take that away from them. And as long as they stay above 10 cents, we shouldn't be seeing any reverse splits. So Zamboni continues to do the things he's saying he's going to do. Wait, they're preparing. Expects to submit it to the Italian government within 10 days of May 2026. BURU and Techni conducting extensive constructive discussions with representatives of the Italian government. Because remember, Zamboni and the other guy in charge they're Italian. So this smooth sailing for them, I think. And then in 10 days, when they officially acquire the 70% stake, maybe then we'll see our shoot. But this is very positive news, people. Exactly what we've been waiting for. Then we have Big Bear, no news. And today is not the best market day, people. We have semiconductor pullback for sure, which was expected. But this BBI, BURU, and you also have ONS doing something today. And UMAC. Today is a defense day, people. It's a day of defense. They're doing well. I do want to sell. I think I might sell this UMAC at some point, though. But I want to sell my UMAC on. I know they can get their asses up over 20. I might just unload the UMAC when it's up over 20 again. Next time UMAC has its all-time high. I don't know if I'm going to be in it anymore, because I think I'm just going to do the ONS. That's really, I'm 250 shares of UMAC. I'm up over 100%. I'm just getting tired of it. Anyways, BBI, I'm going to hold my BBI till my BBI rises like a motherfucker, because I believe in BBI very much, and I think Kevin is a very smart man. He hasn't had he had a long road to go, because poor Kevin, he took over BBI after a woman was in charge. And we all know, what can you do? I don't know if it's always a woman's fault, but it's just not looked kindly upon in markets, women CEOs, people. I mean, you have AMD, obviously, but she's Jensen's fucking cousin. Get out of here. And this is the only article I'm seeing on BBI today. They didn't have, news. I looked on their X as well. They just had something for Memorial Day. But they're saying first quarter 2026, a backlog of approximately 282 million, up roughly 14%. I knew this Emirati fucking money would come in for Kevin at some goddamn point. Increase primarily driven by new book orders. Award carries a ceiling of approximately 53 million. What award, though? Wait. Including a large classified sole source contract with an intelligence community customer. I'm going to assume this might be Palantir, because Palantir has a long-standing partnership with BBI, And I've always said that Palantir can't do everything. So at some point, I think that Palantir is going to be like, what do you call it? When you're selling, I can't remember the word for it, when a company subcontracts to BBAI, broad-based rather than concentrated. And then also I see something, when you go to an airport, when I was I was in an airport in North Carolina on a layover, and I saw the sign for Big Bear. This, and then the shipbuilding, new work with Chantier Davier Boilinger reflects its pro model shipyard AI offerings. Company expanded its Gen AI footprint through Ask Sage contracts. That they got when they acquired Ask Sage, they got immediate revenue from that. So I say I like BBI. And there was another BBI news. He had an insider sell, but he sold it at like $4.35, and he's still holding a shitload. So I think that was just a trim stake, the 10,000 sale. When analysis signed $5.53, I think BBI can be way higher than that. Where is the one with climbs as defense contract backlog? There was something I seen about them and the canal, the Panama Canal. This treads water as Panama deal meets a lawsuit. Oh wait, this isn't. What is this foreign policy journal always talking about BBI? Wait a minute. Meaningful international contract win against escalating set of legal and accounting risks that could be first commercial agreement to deploy AI-powered cargo security technology internationally, partnering with Panama Transshipment Group, the country's largest logistics operator, to provide biometric screening and real-time analysis for customs oversight. The deal makes it the first step beyond its core U.S. defense and national security contract, which investors have long identified as a ceiling. Exactly, because the American government barely pays their bills. In fact, in one of the earnings calls, Kevin had even said that part of their money problems is that the American government says they're going to give them stuff, and then they don't. So that's why getting into other countries, I think, is good. And obviously, having the office in Abu Dhabi is going to lead to something. Multiple years of financial statements require restatement, a disclosure that shifted market focus from revenue and contract amendment to governance. Okay, well, like I said, Kevin had a lot of work to do. Leave Kevin alone. God. But the Panama Canal thing is definitely very bullish. Speaking of things that look like shit for me all the time. Oh, this iPower. iPower is good, people. And my plug power, my sweet baby plug power. You want to see something? When I first started investing, plug power was one of the first things I went into. Not a lot, but I've averaged on. Now my average on plug power is 2. So I'm happy about that. But it's good to see they finally can. Obviously don't do that. I always thought they would be able to do it. And then iPower is up crazy. Very nice, 27%. Actually, they didn't go up crazy. They just maintained from their other shoot there. So building this high power, I think, and they have the B-Tran. I have other videos on them. The B-Tran is going to make these data centers more efficient. They're not a semi, they're a power, they're power. So they're doing something with these transistors, and I don't know how the power connects. And then my sweetest love, Humusite. Someday, people, Humusite will be over $5. Then it'll be over $10. Then it'll be over $15. Then it'll be over $25 and beyond, because bioengineered human veins, they'll make new faces for people. They'll make all sorts of things. And June 11th is the Humusite data. For the love of God, people, we need this Humusite data to be good about their hemodialysis therapy. And if it's good, well, then I'll be right. And that's the greatest thing for me, obviously.